Hello, welcome back to the second part of the Dragon Age Inquisition Specializations run. We're doing the Rogue this time out, and unfortunately you have to go quite some way into the Western approach to get access to this, which is what I've already done. Now, I know it says pulls out Draconology, but it really isn't. So, view. Alright, you start off in the Lost Spring Canyon camp. To get access to where you need to get to complete part of the Artificer Specialization quest, you need to get up to this point up here. So between the Ocularum and the Astrarium is the old prison road. This little divot that you can just see there is a little bit of a canyon that takes you to Coracabas, which goes all the way over there, and then that takes you to Echoback Canyon Camp. The only way you can do that is by taking this when it stops snapping, Griffin Wing Camp or Keep. To do that, you need to stop the Venatori. So yeah, there's a couple of steps you need to do to get to this point. I left all of those out because I'm going to be doing those anyway on my main. But I just wanted to let you know what you have to do to get to this point to just get the Artificer. I'm not sure about the others yet, but that's just the Artificer out of the way. Right, so on we go, and we're going to open up the specializations and see what we can get done. Right, so... Oh, I was just about to flick to Josie, but it's Leliana that's doing it this time.
No signs of danger in the
Nice.
nearby.
I will arrange patrols to ensure it stays that way.
Good for you. Right, accept the reward. Or report, I should say. Then we see them, the rogues strolling in. One thing I did notice when I saw this was this the second time I've seen this. I tried to do the Artificer earlier, but it just wasn't possible to get to the place. I just told Old Prison Road, so I went back and pre-prepared for this run. Hopefully, we're not going to encounter any issues, but you never know. Well, they all look like free marchers, that's for sure. Whee! That normally kills you. Not in Skyhold.
Yes, Commander.
Right.
Glad I'm working with you. I'm not one of them. What?
Yeah, 3 Eyes has got the Kirkwall insignia on his back. Kim has got the Kirkwall insignia just at the bottom of the screen there, just over his breeches, just out of shot, right on the bottom end of the shot. Yeah, there. And then you've got Chickadee. Who are you? That's someone, I don't know who that is. Anyway, we're going to save here because I don't really want to see that part again, but suffice to say, that's what you do. So, save the game, 1720. So, we've done a lot to get to this point, but we're going to start off with 3 Eyes and see what we can do. And that Vitar is one of the reasons why I hate playing Qunari with the helmets on. But what are you going to do?
You're the Inquisitor, hmm? Honored.
Don't ruin it
Ruin it?
by pretending to something you're not. If you want things just so, what I have to teach will be lost on a fool. Your people asked for an artificer. My name is Three Eyes. Let's get started.
No wasting time.
Right. Straight to business.
A good first step, more than you know. The Artificer builds for battle. We survive through detail and efficiency in equal parts. What some forget is that artifice, not artistry, sets the better snare. Save the soul for a showpiece. You don't want to love your toys so much that you're picking rivets off the field. Makers need some distance, dignity.
What about Bianca? Yeah, Bianca.
Do you make showpieces, like Varric's crossbow, Bianca?
I know both names.
And?
He holds it too tightly. Things are things. If a trap saves your life, do you thank it or your hard work? I don't teach vanity pieces. I show you how to survive.
You mentioned makers?
You use the term makers. Why?
The Chantry won't teach you this, but it's obvious. The Maker is an artificer, the first. He crafted his traps, his children, set them loose to do his will, then turned away. Every battlefield is a world we shape. We decide the landscape, and when we're done, we turn away. Artificers are makers.
Three Eyes. Well, why?
Why are you called Three Eyes?
Every toy I place is another weakness gone. Another eye to watch the enemy. I can be everywhere on the battlefield, and so can you.
And why is it good?
What makes this better than other disciplines?
Nothing beats the preparation of a good trap. Let a child rush about the field. I know where my enemy is forced to be. That look in their eyes when they know they've lost, it's all the sweeter when they don't even know why. We control, we shape, we command. The fool who fights the Artificer dreads every step.
Show me what's involved.
I'm ready to start learning.
You need tools. And to walk some simple paces. Here are instructions to follow. Your last, so far as I'm concerned. After this, you instruct the course of every fight. If you've the patience.
Sweet. Right, let's get the book on being an artificer. Wall. Now, if you're playing this just to complete out the quests and you don't know which one to get, pick all three. There's no point not doing that. Just pick all three, and you can get get to a save point once you've got all of the quests done, and roll as a different type of character every time you play, unless there's a kind of character you like playing. So, yeah. Right, pick up the book, which is next to Varric in the main hall, just down from the throne. Away we go. We can pause. Right, what else do we need? Journal, Way of the Artificer. 20 obsidian. 20? My usual spot for crafting. For craftiness. I even went to the point of changing my character's hair colour, horns, and everything that I could think of doing to make this character look slightly different, and it's got that stupid Vitar on. Why couldn't they have given the Qunari helmets? Qunari specific, sure, but helmets.
Where is the urchin? I require the services of the urchin.
They would have rocked. Okay, so I need 20. How many of these have I got? Sell. We don't have any. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20. Boom. There we go. Right. Off we go. We're going to the western approach, to the starting point camp, Lost Springs Canyon Camp, this one over here, because we're after alpha quillback quills. That's what they're called. Yeah, alpha quillback spines, and you know what you're looking for as soon as you see them. It's not possible not to. If you'll forgive the double negative, which you should never do. You should never put a double negative in a sentence, apparently, because it creates a positive. And positives are always good, which is why I always tend to not use double negatives. Now that's a ramble if there ever was one. Okay. That's backwards. Okay, just going over a couple of things as well. As you get on the way down towards the old prison camp, you're more than likely going to pick up a couple of things that are pretty decent. One of them, I found Cowl of the Overseer, which is nice. I've also found the Superb Ring of Critical Damage, which I've not put on yet. And also for Vivienne, I found this really kick-ass piece of armor set, which I do like a lot. Superior Enchanter Mail, which looks so much better than that. And also Tempest, which I can't wait to use because it's got a spirit rune on it. So it's all kinds of good. Templar Spirit Damage, Masterwork, Imbued Staff Grip, Superior Enchanter Staff Blade. So yeah, that's a thing that's going to get used properly on my main when I go back through there. But anyway, back to finding stuff. So we need to go through, let's have a look, and you'll get that just going through that little process. Most of them are quite easy to find. That's not a quillback, that's a hyena. You know the quillback when you see it. Quillbacks are those things, and you can see the alpha right. No, that's the Fennec. I'm after this dude down here. Right, so that's the Quillback. Not after that. I'm after that monster there, which has a fire vulnerability. Okay, if we swap out the weapon. I don't have a fire staff. No. Volubials? No. Don't have a fire staff. So wrong. Whoa. What is that? Is that what I'm actually looking for? That would be not cool, game. Where is my alpha quillback stuff? No. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought something really horrible had happened. Right, right, so there's that. Nazir's Pass is the next spot we need to go to. These only appear when you've got these quests running, so just FYI. You won't find these normally in the world. They appear specifically because you've got this quest running. Yeah. There it is. Come on. That one in the middle. Right, next thing is to go over to the keep, which is the only spot you can walk to, and make our way out. This is one of the places where the they explained the use of the wall of fire and all of that kind of good stuff during the pre-release demos of the game, and it looked freaking awesome then, and it still looks pretty good now. So anyway, up there to where that Ocularum is where we're going. You can only get this active and get up there by taking that camp. So yeah, what you do is you come over to here, plant that flag which starts the operation to come over here. Once you get this bit done, you continue through and away you go. But you can only get that done by taking that keep. Now we're on the old prison road, which is where we apparently need to be to get this done. But you never know. There they are, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Construct the tools. Right, go to a camp. Lost Springs. Go over to there. Concentrate, inspect the requisitions. Custom precision tools. They look funky. Precision tools personal to each artificer. Poor implements mean poor creations, and that cannot be allowed on the battlefield. Quality invested here is the difference between being a threat to the enemy or a danger to oneself. Yeah, sounds about right. So you need 20 obsidian, 3 alpha quillback spines, and 1 way of the artificer, and that's precisely what we've got. So do that. Back. To Skyhold, and that is the Artificer. Pretty much done. All we need to do now is speak to Chappie, and we're done. Loading times, gotta love them. Every time you get to the point where you've had too much of the loading, it stops. Should moan about the loading time a little bit quicker then. Right.
It was an archdemon, they say. Quartermaster is expecting something back.
3 eyes.
You have your tools. The first of the pieces that you could build with. You've a choice. Do you commit to constructing yourself? Making? There's no splitting focus.
Yes. All of the specializations are cut off.
I understand, and I have made my choice. I'll do this.
Take your tools, and never let them leave your reach. We have many, many details to study. Welcome to the life you make, Inquisitor.
Sweet. Right. Doesn't have the Vitar outside. That's why it took my character a long time to look at that. Right. Artificer. Control the battlefield with deadly traps. Neither they nor their explosive mines are ever where the enemy expects them to be. Kind of cool. Spike trap. Set a trap that when an enemy approaches, detonates and flings enemies into the air. 300% weapon damage? Nice. Watch your step. You can remain in stealth while using a spike trap. The enemies are flung even farther into the air. Lovely. Right, set them up. You've mastered the proper placement of spikes and levers. When you spring any kind of trap, your enemy feels it. And damage bonus 25%. It's not fantastic. Opportunity knocks. When an ally critically hits, you take advantage of their success faster with reduced cooldown times. Nice. So if someone else gets a crit, you get a faster cool. Nice. Especially if they're a knight enchanter. You fire so quickly that enemies will swear you were at least 2 of you putting arrows into their ranks. While this ability is active, any archery ability you use is duplicated? Oh, that's funky. 12 seconds, 25 and 40. If you have enough time, you could probably rack off. Let's have a look. Full draw, explosive shot, and long shot before that even wears off. If you do it quick enough. And it's duplicated too, so if you're lucky enough and you've just emerged out of stealth, you could probably get. I've seen decent hits of maybe 600-700, and I'm only level 12. So yeah, wow. Okay, yeah. He places a thieves' lantern to mark a fallback location before heading into battle. When the fight gets ugly, you leap back to safety as healthy as you were when you placed your mech. Oh, sweet. And that lasts for 15 seconds, cooldown time 30. That's a monster cooldown time. Bait and switch. You can fight for a longer time before leaping back, and you pull your closest enemy back with you. See, now, I wouldn't want to do that because, depending on the amount of damage you've already done, it's possibly not going to be kind of that great. You help the team make the most of its abilities, increasing the damage and duration of all status effects anyone in the party applies. That's kind of good. It's just a bit weird that didn't work with the double dagger. If that had worked with double dagger, that would have been pretty cool. Elemental mines. You throw out an assortment of different traps in front of you, applying different elemental effects to enemies that come into range. Chill duration, fire damage, all the damage is 50%. So you get chill duration 8 seconds, fire damage duration 8 seconds, shock duration 8 seconds, cooldown time 24, cost 45 stamina. It's now whenever you use throw everything. Throw everything. Use every ounce of stamina you've got to litter the battlefield with traps. The more stamina you use, the more traps you oh, nice. 1 for every 5 stamina. And take them down. Your experience with finding and pointing out enemy vulnerabilities gives the entire party a better chance to land. So with that, and with that, you get faster cooldown times, which means you can probably rack this bad boy out a little bit more frequently. I can see the Artificer being a decent class to use. Useful. Maybe not the most fun in the game, but definitely useful. So, yeah. Okay. Save the game. And we're going to go back and pick up. Let's have a look. Who are we going to speak to? Air. I think it's her. Load. 1725? Sounds right. Yeah, it's the elf. To learn the assassin specialization. Yeah. That's what we'll be doing next time. So, see you in a bit.